News coverage floods the airwaves as chaos engulfs the city after recent seawall explosions. Rescue teams work while broadcasts detail a crime lord's murder, succession concerns, and addiction struggles within the family as gang violence escalates rapidly. Disrespect triggers violence, changing everything for those caught in the heated exchange. A rash shooting leaves a body needing disposal, forcing them to steal from a young car thief, and cooperation follows threats. At dawn over the harbor, they dispose of the body with grim speed and with the reluctant help of a terrified partner. Back at the club, business talks about territory and drug operations expose cracks in the group's leadership. Power changes hands. The lunch talk turns probing as questions surface about last night's events and a missing brother. Carefully built alibis are offered while cooperation is maintained despite mounting suspicion from across the table as trust deteriorates. Pills and jewelry fail to impress during a visit home, where foolishness has worn thin. Confessions spill out about rash violence, and harsh lessons are delivered about seizing power at the right moment, forming a partnership. Within prison walls, deals are pitched as the chance for revenge tempts rethinking grudges. Back at the club, questioning exposes surveillance footage and uncomfortable truths about the final moments. Blame shifts. Rival families voice resistance and threats as they propose risky operations against ongoing opposition. Through tense negotiations and calculated moves, logistics come together, with routes carefully mapped through neighborhoods using disguised emergency water barrels, safely hidden. They launch operations, immediate, violent trouble erupts. Leadership debates response timing and security measures as grief transforms into accusation and family members clash over responsibility. They decide on funeral arrangements, territorial revenge, and protective protocols needed to maintain control and to address betrayals within the ranks. Loyalty concerns deepen across all families involved. Crime statistics dominate conversations as news spreads about Arkham releases, and personal histories surface through shared stories. Job offers bring back memories of past loyalty tests and career-defining moments by the Sprang River, which shaped current relationships and bonds, while nightclub gatherings provide business cover. Mounting dangers threaten operations, yet reassurances about future club openings are stressed alongside domestic obligations needing immediate attention. Funeral attendance and family interactions strengthen bonds as conversations reveal weak points, shared experiences, and unspoken connections between key associates. Questioning triggers sudden violence among the captured group. Evidence and confrontations expose betrayals as leverage builds for prisoner exchange negotiations, with rival factions demanding immediate resolution. Preparation intensifies for high-risk meetups, and instructions circulate for tracking targets, ensuring backup safety and maintaining operational security during the crisis as determination overcomes mounting fears among all participants. Difficult instructions arrive, demanding immediate action and forcing them to shift plans dramatically as loyalty faces final tests through impossible choices. Accusations erupt in violent confrontations, where family members face execution over betrayal and conspiracy. Claims spiral out of control. Planning for disposal and evidence planting begin afterward. Rooftop preparations take shape as election results draw near under the watchful eyes of assembled associates. Meanwhile, tense conversations about loyalty and territory control reveal cracks in family connections and business relationships, and calculated warnings mark the talking points. An unexpected visitor appears, and awkward introductions create cautious curiosity across the gathering. Conversations shift from automotive topics to personal histories, and revelations about plans to depart for California prompt an unusual invitation that tests old loyalties. Existing relationships encounter new problems. Acceptance follows the joint departure proposal, though new problems emerge immediately as plans solidify. Power brokers meet to discuss reshaping territory and potential alliances, and conversations heat up quickly as threats and counter-proposals dominate discussions. Backing details and profit-sharing deals face tough questions between doubtful partners during long negotiations. At the same time, dinner conversations reveal personal histories about family heritage and identity, creating surprising bonds in the business context, while past betrayals and current entanglements cause stress. Accusations ignite violence before shifting toward preparations to act for the expanded enterprise. Distribution plans are outlined as crucial investor pitches unfold, with potential partners weighing big risks against expected payoffs. Past grievances clash with new opportunities in volatile exchanges. Triad commitment seals the partnership, yet personal conflicts erupt over loyalty obligations and perceived sacrifices. Arguments about betrayal and exploitation intensify as relationships fracture under mounting stress, with accusations exchanged about who benefits most from these arrangements. Attempts at reconciliation emerge alongside plans amid chaos. Confrontations intensify as deception about a new drug operation is exposed through hostile questioning tactics. Trust deteriorates under accusations of betrayal, and the situation shifts from tense negotiations to ultimatums backed by threats, and violence-hidden agendas collide unexpectedly. Leadership plan succession as family dynamics reveal deeper tensions about legacy and responsibility within the power structure. Meanwhile, disturbing evidence surfaces, connecting multiple deaths to properties owned by the organization and prompting uncomfortable questions that demand immediate and thorough answers. Investigations intensify even amid obvious reluctance to cooperate fully. They deliver threats as loyalty comes into question in what should have been a celebration of family unity. The family gathers for festivities, but accusations about an investigation create panic and confusion as authorities arrive unexpectedly with arrest warrants. Arrests unfold swiftly amid loud protests. Psychological evaluation leads to court-ordered isolation amid fierce objections and family promises of quick release. Confinement begins in the facility, and encounters with other patients escalate as reality sets in regarding the long-term situation, yet claims of innocence fall on deaf ears. The desire to prove sanity becomes more desperate as treatment methods feel deliberately cruel and controlling. Visits from family reveal devastating betrayals as medical reports are falsified on purpose to extend confinement forever without a chance of release. Trust shatters as control becomes undeniable. The return from years of confinement brings reckoning as the family gathers, expecting reconciliation but receiving accusations instead. Names of victims are spoken aloud with reverence, and the truth about who really committed the murders emerges through shocking revelations as hope for new beginnings replaces bitterness and anger. Plans unfold to reclaim stolen drug supplies as rival crime families find themselves challenged for territory control. Leadership coordinates a kidnapping, and conversations expose frustrations about respect and the use of power across Gotham's shifting criminal landscape, while police investigations into family murders add pressure. Detectives probe alibis and inconsistencies in questioning, and crime family conflicts escalate across the city. Accusations of family murders and betrayals trigger confrontations, forcing those involved to face secrets as mounting pressure tests loyalty. They arrange protective measures as emotional exchanges expose painful family histories and hidden connections between characters. Past relationships and betrayals surface as control tactics develop in tense negotiations about mothers and lost loved ones. Calculated offers ensure respect. A hostage exchange brings opposing sides together as negotiations start with high stakes hanging in the balance. The drug supply reveals catastrophic losses, and violence erupts, triggering desperate reactions and heightened confrontations between criminal factions. Alliances undergo dramatic transformations. Declarations announce a new criminal regime and promise revenge and reshaped power dynamics across Gotham's underworld. Relationships fracture under accusations as relocations proceed, with fears about exposure to deadly threats from rival operators mounting as emotional clashes reveal evidence of betrayal. Philosophical exchanges explore freedom and weakness as alliance proposals aim to unite former enemies against common threats. Relocation triggers painful memories as family discord sharpens, but underground tunnels showcase ambitious plans for empire construction. Cautious hope emerges. Underground operations take root, and power dynamics change dramatically across the city's criminal landscape. Leadership directs distribution networks and recruits fresh crews across multiple boroughs, building an empire from makeshift origins that advances daily as rival factions watch with mounting concern. Negotiations over territory boundaries proceed as competitors maneuver constantly to gain tactical advantages. Electrical failures shut down operations, and new obstacles appear, fracturing relationships and challenging hard-won loyalties under relentless pressure from all sides as turning the product into a weapon becomes the tactical priority. Free samples spread everywhere as the operation pivots from generating profit to taking over the market. An unexpected encounter back in the old neighborhood draws attention from individuals who observe sudden wealth flowing through previously poor streets. A family medical emergency erupts into crisis. Hours after receiving the diagnosis, medical realities make clear the degenerative illness as the prognosis forces painful conversations nobody wanted. Meanwhile, multiple sources of pressure converge. Investigators probe with uncomfortable questions, business arrangements collapse, and threats tighten from every possible angle, making discovery seem certain. Intense confrontations bring buried connections to light as probing questions dig deeper into crimes and betrayals from the past. Shocking disclosures about serial murders and complex deceptions destroy what little trust remains regarding loyalty, family bonds, and who knew what and when permanent damage affects everyone involved. Rival gangs assemble for the summit, and bitter enemies gather reluctantly to hear proposals about never-before-seen unity. Speeches build real support by carefully listing shared grievances, stolen businesses, relentless disrespect, and systematic exploitation by those controlling the city. Leadership pushes for a never-before-attempted alliance. Family preparations finish, and evening plans solidify for an outing as brothers entertain themselves at home. Mom issues clear safety instructions about streetlight curfews, inspiring the boys to organize flashlight tag games and discuss potential arcade visits afterward. Unspoken tensions lie beneath seemingly ordinary suburban routines. Flashlight tag escalates into mounting frustration as one brother struggles to locate others hiding in the darkness. Teasing goes too far, even after subsequent apologies, yet doors remain secured and barricaded, trapping someone outside in the cold evening air. Alarming revelations confirm that the brothers never reached their destination. Intense exchanges unfold under crushing pressure as family members become bargaining chips for revealing criminal operations. Desperate pleas for safety clash with proposed territory arrangements, underground facility access, and calculated power-sharing agreements between rival factions. Character assessments and critiques of ambition grow harsh. Accusations erupt about past tragedies and sibling fates in troubled neighborhoods, and concerns develop rapidly. Sons fail to appear at expected locations in the rain, prompting urgent searches as complications multiply, shifting focus to psychiatrists, witnesses, and calculated moves. Powerful families position themselves for control. Underground tunnel confrontations see brutal violence explode as demands for acknowledgement and victory declarations echo relentlessly. Leadership then gathers loyal supporters to address impending storms, reinforcing loyalty expectations and organizational hierarchy with commanding rhetoric and a forceful presence. Shocking confessions about family history finally surface. Reflection deepens around imprisonment concepts, abandoning family legacy, and continuing inherited power struggles against moral objections. Heavy breathing signals physical distress, prompting urgent declarations about freedom as external threats rally for incoming confrontations with tactical weapons. Locks engage, and binding promises are broken. A sad funeral service brings painful memories flooding back to those gathered for the ceremony. Questions about loyalty and past decisions can't be avoided as bitter family confrontations reach a breaking point and old wounds resurface. Promises made at dinner now seem empty. Visions of a better future are painted with sweeping views overlooking the city. Meanwhile, rival factions clash violently over territory and product as escalating violence threatens to destroy the entire criminal operation across the district. A chilling story about birds uncovers hidden truths. Confrontation forces a long-buried truth into the open, and accusations fly between parties. The past won't disappear as someone pushes for complete honesty, no matter what the personal cost may be to those involved. A medical emergency interrupts the chaos outside. Across the organization, operations advance as leadership changes hands and power shifts. New alliances form carefully as a planned strategy unfolds, designed to control the media narrative and shape the public story effectively. The truth is twisted for political gain. Behind closed doors, political maneuvering opens opportunities as deals are struck. Resources become available once the right story is told persuasively to the right people in positions of power and influence across the network until everything reaches a critical point at home. Hours after the crisis began, medical personnel rush in desperately. Victory is celebrated, even though success arrives at a devastating personal cost that can never be reversed or undone. What is lost is gone forever.